Welcome to the Smyers and Chambers podcast. We got 3 playoff games to break down for you. Game 2, Magic at Celtics. No Jason Tatum for this one. Celtics won 109-100. Jaylen Brown looked unbelievably healthy in this game. I'd say before the regular season ended, he was at 5% health. He was running on life support. He needed a phone charger. And now he looked like 95-90 in that game. He looked like the Jaylen Brown of old, dropped 36 and 10 and 5, I think, 5 assists.
Yeah.
Porzingis struggled in this game to start. Didn't hit a 3, but grinded out. Missed a lot of free throws, made a lot of free throws. We got to the line, I believe, like 14 times, like 10 times in the first half or something like that. And Drew Holiday had a dunk who took him out for the rest of the series, I guess.
Yeah. I guess he shouldn't have done that because still dealing with that hamstring.
Yeah, so Celtics won that game. Paulo Banchero went off again. Franz Wagner had a good game. Also, Celtics took a 2-0 series lead. Felt really good after this one. Still had the scare of Jason Tatum missing his first ever playoff game in his career. I believe it was like 170 straight or something before that.
Dude, crazy stat. I mean, that's insane that he's never missed a playoff game before until that.
He just doesn't get hurt, which shows you how much the Magic are trying.
Knock on wood.
It's so much how the Magic are trying to injure us.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown looked absolutely insane in this game too. 5 of 7 from 3. His jumper was falling. He was playing good defense. I mean, he was definitely the catalyst in this game, and I mean, we knew he was gonna have to be if we wanted to win that game. So.
Yep, and Porzingis got his head split wide open. He looked like he got his unicorn torn off. How much he was bleeding, like that was insane.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. He got 5 stitches, came back, and ended the fourth quarter.
Or his USA, his WWE moment.
Yeah,
he loves those.
He loves
in
those.
The press conference,
Yep.
He said that.
Yeah, I mean, a big game from Jaylen Brown. This was a good bench game from Peyton Pritchard. He was a big factor in game 2, which he hasn't really been very effective in the last 2 games, game 3 and 4. But game 2 was a huge Pritchard game off the bench.
We'll get to that though, the later games.
Yeah, but no, I mean overall, I think it's a good game. Celtics are having to adjust the way that they play because the Magic are pushing them off the 3-point line. I mean, they're literally letting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum drive one-on-one at guys and not helping.
Yeah, it was probably my favorite game of the series. This game too, or not the series of the season. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
Though it didn't feel like a playoff game at times. It felt like a kind of a regular season game. Because when do you see Tatum out?
Yeah, I know.
But all right, we'll move on to game number 3, where Jason Tatum returns and Drew Holiday is on the injury report for this game and missed this game. Jaylen Brown did not look at 95% for this game after logging in 41 minutes for game 2.
Yeah, not at all. JB was. Is this the game where he stepped up defensively in the third quarter, or was that game 2?
That was last game. That was game 4.
Game 4. Yeah, I mean.
Game 3 was still good defensively, but like he wasn't like the biggest negative ever. Like he had the sloppy plays where he's dribbling in front of somebody too much and just loses the ball. But he had a good game for someone that had one leg. Like he wasn't like don't point at him like you're the reason we lost.
Yeah.
You can do that to Kristaps Porzingis who had 7 points, 8
7 points, negative 16. I mean, they had Pritchard in the game late.
Who had more turnovers than points.
Yeah, they had Pritchard in the game late because
Celtics lost this game, by the way, 95-93. Off of some question, we should make a blame pie thing. That's what the Garter Report does. Their podcast and a post-game show.
No, yeah, I won't lie. I mean, like we turned the ball over. Let me check. We turned the ball over
20 times.
Yeah,
20 times,
yeah,
21
20 times. So it's really hard to win a playoff basketball game when you do that. But
Yep.
there was definitely some suspect things that happened in the last 28 seconds of that game. Derek White scores that layup with 28.4 seconds on the clock. Your shot clock's at 24.
2-point game. 2-point game.
And then coming down the floor, you have an inadvertent whistle on what a ref thought was an 8-second violation.
When it clearly wasn't.
Clearly wasn't, right.
The Magic were in scramble mode.
Yep.
So that kind of screwed them over.
Clearly wasn't an 8-second violation. And then all of a sudden now you have 17.8 seconds on the shot clock and a 14-second 17.8 on the game clock and 14 on the shot clock. So now it's a 3.8 difference instead of a 4.4. So you've already lost 0.6 seconds there, which didn't get checked. Then the Magic get off a shot, and it's very clear in the replay that when Tatum gets the ball and everybody's screaming timeout, there's at least like 1.1 seconds on the clock.
It was like 0.9.
And it runs all the way down to 0.3, and
they don't even look at it.
Right. And I don't know if you saw the clip where, or during the broadcast, Drew asks the ref, why aren't you guys looking at that? And the ref says we're not allowed to check the time unless like the time actually runs out. They're not allowed to check it and put time back on the clock, which is very weird because in college basketball, if you ever watch college basketball in March Madness,
the NBA and they fucking do that.
Dude, they do that. Yeah, they do it all the time, right? In the last minute of the game, if they think there's a discrepancy with the time, they check it. So it's very weird that they didn't check it because I mean, I would say the Celtics probably should have had.
They do that in the midst of a game.
If you had those 0.6 and then you give Tatum the 0.9, I mean, the Celtics have 1.5 seconds on the shot clock and at least get a chance to get a shot off. But I mean, you can say, yeah, I mean, I definitely think that was a little suspect that we didn't even get a chance to get a last second look at the hoop. But overall, we shot ourselves in the foot in this game. We turned the ball over 19 times. Porzingis played like ass. Everybody really, I mean, Tatum had a really good game.
On defensively too.
By Franz Wagner. I mean, come on, man. Franz
says, I am Wagner.
Franz took you to the hoop 3 times in their last 3 possessions and scored every single time. Like
He's the worst thing to come out of Germany since Hitler.
And also, I mean, no bench help. 9 bench points in that game. Tatum has 36. I mean, he looked good. That was good. Tatum had 36 on 10 of 22 shooting, 4 of 10 from 3.
Yeah, he was really good.
He shot 12 of 12 from the free throw line.
Turnovers were a bit of an issue, though. But
they were. But as far as shooting and scoring the ball, his wrist didn't look to be bothering him too much in that game.
Yeah, despite the 7 turnovers that he had midway through the third quarter. But he ended with 0 and had not as much in Game 4. But we'll stay on Game 3 for a second. I think the biggest thing that bothers me, obviously, look at everything without any biased point of view. We lost this game because Drew Holiday didn't play. And Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, you look at the refs were also the same refs that messed up that Pistons call in Game 4. That was the same exact crew.
I was saying that. I was actually talking to my brother because that Pistons game was very, very physical if you watched it. Like, the third quarter, there were a few possessions on the floor where there were like 4 fouls. Like, I mean, that looked like a WWE wrestling match.
Oh, and we got Tony Brothers tonight.
Oh, Lord. They just like weren't calling anything. I texted my brother and I was like, this is the crew reffing the Pistons game right now is the same crew who reffed our game, and I bet they're going to mess it up. And they did. You watched that in the game call.
I actually didn't see it, but I haven't not heard about it over the last, like, every 10 minutes. Tim Hardaway drew a foul.
Yeah, you want me to explain it real quick?
Yeah.
So last play of the game, I mean, obviously in the NBA, it's a big thing on 3-point shooters now. It's a huge point of emphasis where if a 3-point shooter is going up for a shot and he even gets touched, it's a foul usually, right? Like,
yeah, like
it touched anywhere on the body, right? Yeah. I mean, if you touch him on the waist, if you touch him up top on the hand, if you get in their landing space,
you can touch him on the hand. They'll let you touch
in the hand, right? At the wrist or the arm, anything like that. Tim Hardaway Jr. Goes up to shoot a shot, kind of double clutches, and when he goes to shoot again, I forget who was the defender. It might have been it was Josh Hart, I think.
It was Josh Hart because he talked after the game. He's like, yeah, I definitely fouled him. That's
right, yeah. He ran into him and knocked Tim off balance, and then Tim Hardaway couldn't get a shot. Like, his shot, like, missed. Yeah, completely airballed. And it was a very clear foul. You could see it's something that's always called in the NBA. I mean, you look at last night, the Dillon Brooks foul on Jimmy Butler late in the Warriors game where all Dillon Brooks does is touch Jimmy Butler's hip as he's going up to shoot.
Which
foul.
Is enough, though.
Right, it's a clear foul. It's called in that game, so why is it not called in the Pistons game? I think that crew who is doing that game should not get another playoff game. They messed up 2 games now in a row. Like, why are they still a crew? You know, get them out.
Yeah, but also, you don't ever want to leave it in the hands of the officials. And this game shouldn't have been, like, the OKC coach, I forget his name.
Mark Dagnall?
Yeah, he said one of his players had 5 fouls in one of these playoff games.
Yep.
And he's decided to keep playing them. And they asked him after the game, the journalist asked him after the game. They said, he said that the refs foul out my players. I don't.
Yeah, no.
And Joe Mazzulla, if your guy picked up his 5th foul with 4 minutes left, that's when you play the guys with 5 fouls.
I completely agree.
He got back onto the floor with 48 seconds left.
Yeah, Porzingis, you're saying, right?
Yeah, Porzingis was out there. Yeah.
I would say I completely agree with Mark Digno about refs really like when they know when a player's in foul trouble, they're not going to call something on them unless it's pretty egregious. And
Yeah.
I kind of hate that. But I mean, as a ref too, like
Especially if it's Draymond Green.
I mean, I'm a ref, and I think that's always been a point of emphasis that I was taught is like they have to earn. Like if they're in foul trouble, they have to earn the next one, or they have to earn the sixth to get like kicked out of the game. They really have to earn it. And I would say the only ref that I think that wouldn't let them earn it is Tony Brothers. Tony
Yeah.
Brothers would definitely call some like super flaky foul as a sixth foul.
Yeah.
But a lot of other refs are like, will close their eyes to a lot of contact if a guy already has five. But yeah, I kind of thought Porzingis should have stayed in that game. I completely agree with you, but it was nice to see him.
Jalen Brown staying in the game, not
Oh,
Porzingis.
it was Brown who had five.
Yeah.
Porzingis
he
had
was-
5 too, didn't he?
Last game.
Yeah, last game. Okay, we're still on game 3, you're saying.
Yeah, game 3, Porzingis was unplayable, and
Ah.
then we tied it up 91-91 with the Derek White layup, I believe, and then
Yep.
he gets drove by twice by Franz
Twice,
Wagner.
yeah, just brutal.
Make it 97-93.
Terrible third quarter.
95-91.
Just terrible third quarter. 11 points in that third quarter.
11-24, yeah.
Yeah, brutal. You're never going to win a basketball game doing that.
Imagine holding a team to 11 points and only scoring 24. Like how bad you have to be at executing offense.
Pretty bad. Because you're playing a lot of really good defense and you're getting out in transition if you're holding a team to 11 points.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to game 4. We have a Celtics win in a big swing game to make it 3-1 Celtics.
Huge game. I mean, if this series goes back to Boston 2-2, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably closing my eyes while I watch the game tonight.
That's
But,
the second highest. And Tatum, 37 points. He had a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander game where he shot a bunch of free throws, but he actually earned the free throws.
Yeah, I mean, Tatum got to the
14
hoop a
for
lot.
14.
Yeah, and I mean, I think probably 4 of those were late game, just like get like the take fouls when the Magic were trying to get back into it. So
Also on a bad roughing this game, like the take foul. Remember the transition take
that
foul? where
was
the guy
that
got
was
grabbed in the paint?
atrocious. He was the guy was driving into the paint and Tatum wrapped him up and it was a take foul.
It wasn't
Or
Tatum, it was somebody else.
yeah.
But
What in the world are like? That is a take foul is a transition take foul.
he was in the cylinder.
Yeah, what are you
Or he
calling?
wasn't in the cylinder. He was on the block.
That was a terrible call. I literally was actually dumbfounded at that call.
I thought for sure we're gonna lose that game once they tied it up 91-91, but Tatum saved
Tatum
us.
took over, which is what needed to be done. He wasn't early in the game. He was more efficient. I want to say at one point he was like 8 of 13.
Yeah.
Finished the game 10 of 25, so he went 2 for his last 12. But
I hate the discourse though after that though. It's like Tatum finally steps up. This is what he's supposed to do.
yeah,
We've been waiting for this forever. Like the guy won a championship. The guy's gone to like 7 conference finals. Is like being the best player. Like he's had a 46-point performance. He has 2 50-point performances in the playoffs. He has a 50-point performance in the play-in tournament.
everybody hates Tatum for no reason. Smyers, you should know this by now.
It's like they don't even. It's like they just found out who he was.
But
Like,
yeah,
in
nobody
2023.
watches him. They just see these posts
Like
about
the 22 finals. That's when they started watching him.
they never post about Tatum's good games. Like the other when the Celtics lost game 3, House of Highlights posts Franz Wagner's and Paul Banchero's 32 and 36, but they forgot to then it's a picture of Tatum and Brown. It's
Paulo had 36 that game.
or what did he have? Hold on.
He had like 26, I think.
Who had more?
Paulo had 31.
All right, Franz had 32, you're right. So it was like Franz Wagner 32 points. There was a picture of Jason Tatum upset. All right, show us the whole story. Jason Tatum scored 36 points. I mean, that game is not on Jason Tatum. But anyway, sorry, back to game 4. People just hate Jason Tatum because he plays for the Boston Celtics, man.
Yeah, no, that's it. He's a completely likable guy.
But I mean, again, I think
his game is not boring. I don't understand people
not-
saying his game is boring. His
not
game
boring
is so
at all,
exciting.
man.
He's like a better version of Kevin Durant to watch.
But again, another big game out of Tatum. Decent game out of Brown. I mean, he finished with 21 and 11, not super efficient, 6 of 16.
Yeah, but that third quarter defensively,
Oh, dude,
took out Paulo
yeah.
Banchero.
I mean, Paula was completely out of it. What did Paula
And
end up
Al
shooting?
Horford had 5 blocks.
Paula Banchero shot 12 of 32.
Yeah,
Holy.
you can't judge him though. He has to take those shots.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like, where else are they coming from?
Jaylen Brown had that man locked up.
Oh, KCP finally made a shot.
Yes, and it was actually a pretty big one, wasn't it? It was to bring it within 2 or to tie it. I can't remember.
It's not. He's not gonna hit a shot to tie it. Come on, that's not. It was to bring it within 2, I believe.
Yeah.
It was. I think Brown did something negative on the offensive end. It led to KCP corner 3.
Love the Cole Anthony trash talk before the game just to play 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're playing. Pritchard's really playing. Pritchard had 0 points, but his impact was there.
I agree. I thought that he had. A good impact.
Rebound, the big offensive rebound at the end of the game.
I mean, he was a plus 11 with 0 points, so that says something about how you're playing basketball for sure. Nice to see Sam Hauser finally score some points. A couple big ones early in the game. He was
in the first half. Yeah.
He was a plus 13. I mean, it's just this isn't a great series for our bench guys, specifically Pritchard and Hauser. I mean, we want guys.
You know why, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they just shoot threes.
Right, exactly.
Then, well, Pritchard does more than shoot threes.
Yeah, but
that's where their scoring comes from, and the Magic
do not let
them
do that.
Threes.
Yeah.
So people say, "Hey, Sam Hauser's not hitting threes. Bench him." He shot 2 threes before last night.
Right.
Like the entire series.
Right. He's not getting looks. Right.
And obviously, Paulo Banchero's not a good matchup for him. He's scoring on Drew Holiday. He's shoving him to the fucking side.
Yeah.
He's scoring on Al Horford and Jaylen Brown. Like, what are we talking about? Are you trying to think Sam Hauser's on the same level as those guys defensively?
I mean,
let him go lock up Corey Joseph.
Paul Banchero is going to be a very good basketball player. I mean, you have to keep in mind he's 22.
He's going to be top 10.
Yeah, he's 22 right now. So I mean, he's going to be super good.
So there's too many good guys in the league right now. There's too many good players. You need some guys to retire.
I can
top 10.
I can see him being Tatum-esque. Him and Franz Wagner right now kind of remind me of like just like look at this team without Jalen Suggs and Mo Wagner. They kind of remind me of like early on Tatum and Brown, where it's like it's just those two, and it's like your other guys like Paul is scoring 35, 36 a game. That's what Tatum used to do.
It was never just them two.
Yeah,
but 2021, it was Kyrie, Kemba Walker,
Kyrie,
Daniel Tice, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Morris, Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Those guys were Grant Williams, Batman.
I think if Paul can figure out his playmaking like Tatum did, I think he's going to be a very good basketball player. Because he knows how to score the ball. And he's a big boy, man, 6'10".
I think he needs to be a better three-point shooter. That's what he needs to work on.
Yeah.
Because then you actually have to guard him up, and then he'll just plow through you.
Yeah. So, also a much better game out of Porzingis. Had a couple threes. 7 of 14
First
from
threes
the
of the
field.
series.
Yep.
Over 11 to that point.
Derek White, a very efficient 18 points on 7 of 11 shooting.
Yeah.
So,
it's funny. It felt like he should have won 11 for 11. See the shots he missed?
Yeah, the two wide open threes.
Yeah,
ones that you expect Derek White to never miss.
Like he missed one of them wide open. I'm like, dude, we can't play you.
Yeah, I know.
Got flashbacks to January.
I literally had flashback. When he missed that, I literally was like, how
pull him?
Yeah, how does he miss that shot? But
it's like pull him, dude. If I'd be a terrible head coach for like an NBA team, like pull him. We don't have any guys else to put in the game. You benched everybody.
I would Al Horford had a big game on defense, 6 blocks. Is that what it was, or was it 5? 5 blocks. I would have liked to see him shoot the ball better. He also missed a couple of wide open catch and shoot ones.
It wasn't very impactful. There's one layup he smoked though that led to a score the other way.
Yeah, but I mean defensively he stepped up for sure in game 4. Game 5, Drew Holiday's out tonight.
Jaylen Brown's questionable.
I bet he'll play probably. It's
Jaylen
Brown.
Definitely play.
Keys to win tonight. I think keep playing the way they're playing. Get to the free throw line. Jason Tatum's 14 plus 12. What's that? 26 of his last 26 from the free throw line in the last 2 games.
Yep, he was 0 for 4 to start, which is I don't count that 0 for 4.
Yeah, it was after the wrist.
He shot 2 of the free throws were before the wrist, but
after.
It was the start of the game.
Yeah,
at the very start of the game.
So I mean, Jason Tatum is definitely settled in. I think we talked about after game 1, he almost looked a little bit nervous and tentative, but he's figured out this Magic defense. He knows how to beat it. He knows what he's doing. I think he's your guy tonight. He's got to score 30 for us to win this game.
If they're letting him play 1-on-1. I don't know. Maybe the Magic make an adjustment and be like, hey,
maybe
we'll let you shoot some threes.
I mean, we've beat them at their own game. The only game they've won is by 2, and it was a very questionable ref game, and we didn't play our best. But I mean, we're beating them with their own game, and a lot of people are looking at the Celtics right now and like, oh, like, are they really going to win a championship playing basketball like this? And I was thinking about it, like, I don't think they will win a championship playing basketball like this, but you also have to remember that the Magic are not letting the Celtics play their game. Like,
Yeah, the Magic's whole point of this is supposed to be a second round matchup.
oh,
This isn't supposed to be in
absolutely.
the first round, but their whole point of their existence is to make the other team look bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're second in defense. They just try and drive you off of what you want to do. And the Celtics want to shoot threes, and the Magic are not letting them play their games. The Celtics are adjusting.
It's not a good matchup.
Not at all. I think the Celtics are adjusting well. And I think that once they win Game 5 tonight and they see the Knicks, they're gonna get hot from three, and they're gonna be a dangerous team.
Yeah, I think the keys for me tonight is obviously the defensive end of the ball. Please stop at least one of the two, Paulo and Franz. And I think role players play better at home and close out games. Role players always play better at home. Peyton Pritchard, give me 10. Give me at least 10. Sam Hauser, hit 1.
Yeah.
You made 2 last game, hit 1. Don't be afraid to just let it fly in one of these.
Right. Yeah. I mean, why not let one fly early?
Let it rip.
See how your shot feels, and you can tell
Beyblade.
Sam Hauser knows when the ball comes out of his hands if it's going in the hoop. Like,
Yeah.
by the way that he reacts, you can tell if the ball's going in or not. I feel like he knows when he's on for a night and he knows when he's not. So
Yeah.
you just have to hope he shoots a couple early ones, sees one go through. Big night defensively. I'm sure Brown will play, but if not, Jason Tatum's gonna have to step up on the defensive end a lot.
Brown's gonna play.
But
There's
yeah,
no way he doesn't.
I think defensively, it's a huge night, and offensively, like you said, I'd like to see the bench guys get going, give us a little spark, and hopefully we get the lead out to 15 like early in the second quarter, and just don't even let the Magic sniff the game.
And if KCP, if we're up by 20, we still have our guys, and KCP says, "Hey, I'm gonna end one of these guys this season."
Al Horford is gonna fight him.
My friend Nick Megan lives in Florida now. He used to live with me in Massachusetts.
Oh,
He's
yeah?
in Florida now. It's a 5-minute car ride, KCP. And they got guns, KCP. They got gold scars over there.
I think that if KCP does some dumb shit tonight, somebody in TD Garden is
He's
not gonna.
out.
Yeah, he's not gonna let him get home.
I was at last year's Game 5 of the first round. I had to go to the Miami Heat's downfall. The Heat losing by 50 last night.
55.
They're so bad.
Uh,
So funny.
yeah. On a quick note, rest in peace, Kevin Love's dad.
Well, I
was
didn't hear
sad.
about that.
Yeah, his dad died. Sad to see. Kevin Love's a great guy. I saw a clip of him and Tristan Thompson embracing before the game yesterday. Kevin Love has not played for the Miami Heat in a long time because he's not very good anymore, but still,
Gray hairs,
still a great locker room guy. So it always sucks to see something like that happen.
Remember when it was like every year he made the playoffs, he was in the finals?
Yeah, I know.
Before last year.
Dude, he was
Before last year.
He's good, man. He's a good veteran.
Yeah, but
What do you got? I got a couple minutes. You want to touch on any other games real quick, or?
The NFL draft just happened.
Yeah, the NFL draft. What do you think about the Patriots draft?
I actually had him picking Lacey before he passed away.
Oh, yeah, that
committed
sucks.
Suicide.
That is that's also an unfortunate thing.
Yeah. But I feel like this draft was one of the better ones in a long ass time.
I agree. I think it's one of the best drafts the Patriots have had. Went O tackle first, which is smart. Need a guy to protect Drake May.
I don't think Kyle Williams is going to be anything special. Because whenever the Patriots draft a receiver, it goes downhill.
But I like Trayvon Henderson, the running back out of Ohio State.
Yeah, I really like Trayvon Henderson.
I mean, Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator. He's going to want pass-catching backs out of the backfield. So now he has
but people are trying to say he's like Deion Lewis or James White, but he's more like, James White, if you give the ball off a handoff in between the tackles, he'll get 2 yards at most. But this guy can run between the tackles.
Right.
This guy is not a 3-down back. He's smaller.
I honestly think that he was better than the guy that the Ohio
Sean
State.
Judkins?
Yeah, I kind of think he's better than that guy.
No, Judkins is better.
You think
Judkins
so?
is also way bigger.
Yeah, but, I mean, we didn't really need a
He's
power
like
back,
6'1".
so
He's not a power back. He's like built like Najee Harris.
it'd be interesting to see if Ramondre Stevenson finds the bench with how many times he fumbles the ball.
No, he's still RB1. I'd say it's gonna be situational because Josh McDaniels every year he's been here, he's used 3 backs.
Yeah.
Like it's been Recently with Mac Jones was like Brandon Bolden, Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yep.
Then it was James White, Deion Lewis, LeGarrette Blount, and replaced LeGarrette Blount with like Rex Burkhead.
Yeah.
And then Sony Michel was in that mold. It was the Kevin Falk years with Redmond. Also before I was born, and I forget what the third guy was because I wasn't born yet. Danny Woodhead.
Oh my God, I
Danny
remember that
Woodhead.
guy. You remember Rex Burkhead?
Yeah, I just said Rex
You
Burkhead.
just had him.
But Danny Woodhead, there was Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Green Ellis.
Stephen Ridley.
Wow. Wow. You're really digging deep into the running back
Dude,
game
I
here.
watched my entire life, and I played football my entire life. I played football in college. But then there's more. Oh, who's the guy who scored? Jonas Gray.
You're outdoing me.
1 game, 4 touchdowns.
Did you say Sony Michel yet?
Yeah, I did say Sony Michel. Pay attention, Chambers.
I'm out here. You named off like 20 of them.
Gillisley.
So
there's oh man.
But anyways, overall, I think it was a good draft for the Patriots, and I'm excited to see that
Michael Hasty.
Michael Hasty. Isn't he on the active roster right now?
Yeah, he scored a touchdown last year. He was a rookie last year. He looks just like Ramondre Stevenson. He wears 39 too.
Yeah, every time he's in the game, I thought it was Ramondre.
The commentators every single time he's in